Somewhere in the Balkans, guarded for decades in a sealed envelope, there exists a document that no one had the courage to open until now. Inside it, words written by a blind woman who never made a mistake. And what she saw for 2026 is unlike anything we've ever experienced. It doesn't look like wars, it doesn't look like pandemics, it's something different, something that has already begun. Her name was Baba Vanga, and before she died, she left a specific message: do not open before the time comes. You will know when that moment arrives. That moment is now. The envelope has been opened, and what was inside made even the skeptics step back, because these aren't just words, they are details, dates, symbols, and a warning that no one expected to hear. This is not just another video about ancient prophecies. This is about what is about to happen to you, to your family, to everything you know. And if you feel something strange when you hear this, pay attention, because perhaps it's exactly what she said you would feel. Baba Vanga was born in 1911 in a forgotten village in Bulgaria where poverty was so deep that children shared shoes. She was just another poor girl, destined to anonymity, until the age of 12 when a tornado dragged her across the fields like a rag doll. When they found her, her eyes were covered in sand and blood. The doctors said she would never see again. But something happened that day, something that medicine cannot explain, because when Baba Vanga lost her sight, she gained something else. She began to see what hadn't happened yet. She began to speak of people she didn't know, of places she had never visited, of events that only existed in the future. At 16, she described the death of a neighbor before he fell ill. At 20, she spoke of a war that would come from Germany years before Hitler rose to power. People laughed until they stopped laughing, because everything she said became reality, one prophecy after another, like invisible clocks marking the exact hour of destiny. She didn't charge money, she didn't seek fame. She lived in a simple house, received thousands of visitors per year, and always repeated the same thing: I didn't choose this, this chose me. And over 50 years, she became the most feared and respected voice of the 20th century, because Baba Vanga didn't make mistakes. If you believe in God and in Jesus Christ, you know that there are gifts that come from places science cannot reach, gifts that cannot be bought, studied, or faked. And Baba Vanga was one of those rare cases. So rare that world leaders visited her house in secret, so precise that she was called the Nostradamus of the Balkans. But unlike Nostradamus, her prophecies were not complex riddles. They were direct, clear, and terrifyingly accurate. And when you know her track record, when you see what she got right, it's impossible to ignore what she left written for 2026. In 1989, she said that 2 steel beasts would fall upon America. At the time, no one understood, until September 11, 2001, when 2 planes struck the Twin Towers. She had predicted it 12 years in advance, and she used exactly those words: steel beasts, towers that fall, America in flames. In 1980, she prophesied that a great iron ship would sink beneath the sea and the world would weep. In August 2000, the Russian submarine Kursk sank with its entire crew. 118 men died. The world watched helpless. She had predicted it 20 years earlier. She said that in 2004, a great wave will take thousands while the sun shines. On December 26th of that year, the Indian Ocean tsunami killed more than 200,000 people. It was morning, the sun was high. The wave came without warning, exactly as she described. In 1996, Baba Vanga prophesied that Europe would be flooded by a tide that is not water, but people. Between 2015 and 2016, the migrant crisis brought more than 1 million refugees to the continent. The prophecy didn't speak of invasion, it spoke of desperation, and that's exactly what happened. She predicted that in 2016, a man with straw hair would govern America and divide the world. Donald Trump won the election that year. His blonde hair became a global symbol, and the world divided like never before. She had spoken decades earlier. In 1979, she said that an invisible disease will paralyze the planet when the world becomes one voice. In 2020, COVID-19 emerged, borders closed, economies collapsed, and the entire world spoke the same language: fear. She had seen this 41 years before. In 1989, she predicted that the ice will begin to melt and the sea will swallow cities. Today, the Arctic loses millions of tons of ice per year. Islands disappear. Coastal cities prepare evacuations. The prophecy is fulfilling itself before our eyes, and it's not finished yet. Each accurate prediction transformed Baba Vanga into something more than a seer. She became a phenomenon. Governments asked for advice. Scientists tried to understand. Skeptics became believers because her accuracy rate defied any rational explanation. Some said 85%, others claimed it was even higher. And with each fulfilled prophecy, the weight of the unfulfilled prophecies increased. Because if she was right about the towers, about the tsunami, about the pandemic, what else did she see that hasn't happened yet? And it was this question that led researchers to search for something she had left behind, something that was never publicly revealed, until they found it, a document, sealed, dated 1994, and with specific instructions: do not open before 2025. This document contained a prophecy different from all the others, a prophecy about 2026, and what was written inside changed everything. Baba Vanga always said that her visions were not just about events, they were about a spiritual war, a battle between light and darkness that would happen not on battlefields, but inside human souls. She said that demons wouldn't use swords, they would use screens, they would use words, they would use confusion. A time will come, she said, when people will forget the name of God, but they will not forget the name of their celebrities. A time when parents will not know their children, and children will despise their parents. A time when lies will be called truth, and the truth will be called madness. She warned about false spiritual leaders who would arise with smiles and sweet words, promising salvation without sacrifice, paradise without repentance. They will say that God accepts everything, she murmured, but God does not accept the betrayal of the soul. And she saw this growing like a silent plague, invisible but devastating. But amid these shadows, Baba Vanga always left a door open. Those who keep the faith, those who protect their families, those who refuse to trade truth for comfort, these will be the seed of the new world. She wasn't talking about physical survival, she was talking about spiritual survival, and this message is at the center of the 2026 prophecy. For years, rumors circulated about a prophecy that Baba Vanga had kept secret, something she didn't want to share while she was alive, something so disturbing that she chose to seal it in an envelope and leave clear instructions. It could only be opened decades after her death. She died in 1996, and the envelope remained untouched for almost 30 years. Why the secrecy? Some say she feared mass panic. Others believe she knew that humanity wasn't ready to hear it. But the most likely reason is that the prophecy would only make sense to those living in 2026, to those who could recognize the signs, to those who were already feeling the change in the air. In 2024, a group of Bulgarian researchers finally gained access to the document. It was kept in a private archive protected by Baba Vanga'S family, and when the envelope was opened, they found 3 handwritten pages in Old Bulgarian with trembling but legible handwriting. The first words were, "For those who still have eyes to see." And then she began. In the year when the 6 repeats twice, when winter seems like summer and summer seems like winter, when children laugh at their grandparents and governments laugh at their peoples, when the word becomes worthless and silence becomes dangerous, then what has been hidden will begin to reveal itself. The prophecy spoke of a collapse, but not of buildings, a collapse of trust. Banks promise wealth, but coins will turn to dust. Hospitals promise health, but the sick will increase. Schools promise wisdom, but children will be more lost than ever. She saw entire institutions losing their essence, losing their function, losing their purpose. She described extreme natural events. Fire will fall from the sky, but it won't be fire. Water will rise from the earth, but it won't be a flood. And men will look up and down and will not understand where the destruction comes from. Experts interpret this as disasters that don't fit known patterns, phenomena that defy predictions, unprecedented climate chaos. But the most intriguing is what she called the shepherd. A man without power, without money, without an army will arise. He will speak simple words, and multitudes will follow him. The powerful will fear him not because he threatens, but because he reveals. Baba Vanga didn't say whether this man would be a savior or a deceiver, only that he would change the course of everything. The prophecy also speaks of a deep division within families, brother against brother, father against son, not out of hatred, but over truth. Each will believe they are protecting the others, but they will be destroying each other. She saw homes shattered, not by physical violence, but by irreconcilable worldviews, by opposing beliefs, by parallel realities. And then she describes a symbol. You will see a mark. It will not be visible to everyone. Some will carry it with pride, others will hide it with shame, but it will separate those who trust in the invisible from those who trust only in what they can touch. To this day, no one knows for sure what this mark is, but many are already beginning to feel they recognize it. Baba Vanga used a mysterious expression, the silent shadow. She repeated it several times. Beware the shadow that makes no sound. It doesn't knock on the door. It doesn't announce its arrival. It infiltrates, and when you realize it, it's already inside your house, inside your mind, inside your soul. What is this shadow? Some believe it's control technology. Others think of mass psychological manipulation. There are those who say it's a literal spiritual force, a manifestation of darkness that feeds on fear, division, and despair. The most frightening thing is that Baba Vanga said, "It's already among you. You just haven't given it a name yet." The silent shadow convinces you that you're safe while it surrounds you. It convinces you that you're free while it imprisons you. And when you finally realize it, it's too late to escape alone. Only a greater light can expel it. And for Baba Vanga, this light had a name: genuine faith, not empty religion, not ritual without heart, but real connection with the divine. In the days to come, she wrote, only those with deep roots will remain standing. Those who built their lives on sand, on money, on fame, on comfort, will be uprooted by the wind. But those who planted their roots in God, in family, in truth, these will withstand the storm. She made a direct appeal to fathers and mothers. Protect your children, not with walls, but with values. Teach them to pray. Teach them to discern. Teach them that not everything that shines is light, because a time will come when children will be the main target, and if you don't fortify them, others will mold them. Baba Vanga contrasted two types of refuge. Fools will seek security in gold, in weapons, in bunkers, but the true refuge is where it has always been, in prayer, in community, in the courage to speak truth when everyone lies. This is the shelter that no storm can destroy. The prophecy contains a dark warning for those who mocked, those who laughed at the prophets, who despised the warnings, who called believers fools, will face a void that no wealth will fill. They will seek peace and will not find it. They will seek answers and will only find confusion, and they will cry for help, but will not know whom to ask.
They built empires of paper, and when the fire comes, nothing will remain.
And then, too late, they will understand what has always been true, that man does not live by bread alone, but by something they chose to ignore. It's a harsh message, but Baba Vanga never spoke to please. She spoke to warn. But the prophecy doesn't end in darkness. It ends with a promise. The fire will not destroy everything. It will purify, and from what seems like ashes, something new will sprout. A world where the humble will inherit what the proud have lost. A world where truth will have value again. A world where God will be heard again. Those who remain faithful will see the dawn. It won't be easy. Many will fall along the way. But those who reach the other side will recognize each other, because they will have the same light in their eyes, the light of those who crossed the darkness without losing their soul. It's a promise of renewal, of hope, of new beginnings. At the end of the document, Baba Vanga left an enigmatic phrase written in larger letters as if it were the most important of all. When the eagle falls and the lamb rises, then you will know that the door has opened. To this day, experts debate the meaning. Does the eagle represent power, nations, empires, and the lamb, humility, Christ, a new leader? No one knows for sure, and perhaps that's intentional. Perhaps Baba Vanga wanted this phrase to only be understood at the exact moment. You will know when the time comes, she said, and when you know, there will be no doubt. It will be as clear as the sun at noon. Baba Vanga didn't write for presidents. She didn't write for scientists. She didn't write for the powerful of the world. She wrote for you, for the father who worries about his children, for the mother who feels that something is wrong, for the believer who still prays even when they mock, for all who feel, deep in their soul, that we are on the threshold of something both magnificent and terrible at the same time. She didn't ask you to believe in her. She asked you to believe in God, to protect your family, to choose truth, and that when the moment comes, you be ready. Because 2026 is not just another year. It's the year she saw, the year she sealed, the year that has begun. If this video touched your heart, if you felt something when you heard these words, leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Share it with those who need to hear. And above all, strengthen your faith, because the times to come will require this from us. God bless you and your family.